So today I went to see the midwife and I had to see if it was okay for me to fly.
You okay there, Mummy Fizz?
Yes,
just packing up your bag?
Yeah.
Almost done?
Is it gonna fit? Is it gonna sit?
Ooh, that's always the problem.
The little tip is push down, then you can get more in there. So let Daddy Fizz see.
Yeah, don't break the zip.
Right? Yeah. He goes so weird if the zips are breaking.
Oh, he goes weird if the zips are breaking. Oh, if he thinks we're going to smash the suitcases for no reason, he's going weird.
How about your suitcase though?
My suitcase is actually okay. As you can see, I packed it all up.
Nice.
Look, Daddy Fizz with his meticulous packing.
Yeah, mine's amazing.
You've got to fit everything in like tiniest bits.
Yep.
You managed to fit like hundreds of stuff in like the tiniest gaps. What's good, Fizz fam? For any of you guys who don't know what's currently going on right now, we are getting ready for the Amazeballs trip to the USA that we're going to be going on today. The flight's tomorrow, but we're going to the airport today.
Yep.
We need to say goodbye to Creation Station 3.1. Bye, Creation Station. Bye. I'm gonna miss this room so much, Fizz fam, because it's so amazing in here. But luckily I'll have something to look forward to when we come back, because if not, sometimes you get that feeling when you come back from holiday and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go home. But luckily, because we've got the Amazeballs new house, it's gonna be really fun coming back home. Oops. I need to turn off my lights, close my door, and then we're ready to go. Hello, Mum.
Today was a cake sale and I got some cakes.
Did you have fun doing your cake sale?
So much fun. I've done it with all my friends. We done it for PDSA and WaterAid, and then I've got some tips here.
Oh, so you got a little bit of pocket money as well from all your hard work of making cakes and eating them as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're doing today though?
We are going to the... I said
Yeah.
We are going to like stay near the airport, and then tomorrow we're going to wake up very early to go to America.
Yay! I know. Are you excited?
If you're wondering what Family Fizz talks about or does on a long car journey, here is what we've been doing.
Basically, how do you eat cakes, Fizz fam? Do you eat it like this, so you have the toppings every bite, or do you eat it from the top?
Yeah, I know. Basically, Mia eating that, she said, can I eat the cupcake in the car? And I said, yes, you can, because Sienna had hers. But I said, make sure that you just like eat it normally, don't like pick at it. And then it just prompted me to ask Daddy Fizz, basically, how do you eat a cookie? So you have like a big, giant, chewy cookie. Do you like hold it, bite it like that? Or do you like to break it in half and then another quarter and then keep like taking pieces of? Yeah.
You don't want it where it hits the side of your mouth, do you? So you break it in half.
Yeah.
And then you can get big bites. It's just all about the biggest bites possible, I think.
I quite like breaking it up as well because it feels like you have more as well. I feel like you're more likely to eat it up more quickly. So guys, comment down below. This is really random, I know. How do you like to eat your cookie? Do you like to just bite pieces off the whole cookie? Or would you like to break it up and like put it in little segments?
I break it in half, and then I put the other half to the side and keep this one, and then I make my brain think, this is all my cookie. I don't have any more food left. I don't have any more cookie left. Then I eat it very slowly. Then I'm like, oh, I have another piece. And then I savor that one as well.
How do you like to eat your cookies, Mia?
Actually, I don't know. I guess maybe I probably wouldn't make bites. It depends if like I had, if it was in like a little paper bag, then I'd probably take bites at it.
Yeah? All this cookie talk is really making me crave cookies. It really reminded me of, in America, there's Trader Joe's and they have these big packs of vegan cookies. So I think once we get there, we're going to have to go to Trader Joe's. Yeah. Sienna is currently making us go insane with her ooh buddy, you're my best friend.
Ooh buddy, you're my best friend.
But then Daddy Fizz, he's come up with a remix which just made us laugh and broke us out the torturous cycle of hearing Sienna repeat it
Buddy.
over and over again. Come on, and let's hear the remix.
Ooh buddy, you're my best friend.
So So guys, we've pulled over, we're at the service station. We're halfway there to Heathrow Airport and we're gonna get some dinner here because I think they've got some like healthy options here as well. Because before we travel, we always like to make sure that we eat healthily because when you go on a plane, you could like, you're basically breathing in everyone's like body gases and germs.
What the heck? Oh
you
my
are.
goodness.
Basically, you're breathing.
Body gases. That is.
You're breathing in
I'm getting
recycled.
out of here just because you said
On the
that.
plane, it's recycled.
Disgusting.
It is recycled
What are you
air.
talking
So sometimes when
about?
you go on holiday, you can turn up at your destination, you want to have an amazing holiday, and you've got a cough and a cold. Right, anyway, it's now time for
Just sat down and ordered some dinner, guys, but I think that they might have got me muddled up with someone else because they put my name on the receipt and it says Kate Moss. I don't look like Kate Moss, do I?
I don't know if you can hear me, there's some building work going on in here, but we now have got our food, guys, so here's a quick montage.
Back in the car now, guys, feeling all fueled up. So we're now back on the road. We've got to head to the hotel. We've actually got to drop the car off somewhere else. We're going to go drop the car off, which is just near the hotel. Then we're going to be going to the hotel, finally getting settled for the evening. The girls are just doing a little bit of Spanish quizzes in the back.
So we've just done horse, which is caballo, and we're now doing hongo, which the other thing means pig, but pig is actually cerdo. No, it's not an animal, it's a food. Do any of you guys know what hongo is?
No.
It's mushroom.
Oh, look out the window, Fizz fan. We keep spotting loads of little cute lambs. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at that little one there. Have you ever seen baby lambs
No, I've
before?
only seen lambs who are adults.
Well, this is Sienna's first time seeing lambs.
I love lambs. Oh, they're so cute.
Here, guys, in our little space station room again now. Even with, look, a little space theme, space selfie going on. There's some kind of space table, isn't there?
This is for me to put my grapes on and then I can watch YouTube videos.
Nice.
And the last finishing touch, Mia. My
Oh
name.
yeah, nice.
I
That's,
believe it stands for Miami because it's like this travel sort of inspired canvas.
yeah, there's lots of different
And then,
airports and stuff there,
if
isn't
any
there?
of us are avid plane spotters, look, we can just look out the window and we can keep note of all the
my
planes.
goodness.
Look, you can see the airport.
Wow,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a level up to train spotting. Oh my
I
goodness.
think there's some...
Forget train spotting, we got airport spotting.
Plane spotting.
Plane spotting, no.
And we're also right next to a garage, so if any petrol like hits a flame...
What are you going on about? What you really mean is that we can get chocolate bars.
Yeah.
So good. So good. See you in a bit.
If you wonder what's going on, no, Daddy Fizz is not leaving us at the airport and just driving off and abandoning us. What he's actually doing is going to take the car back with Mia.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for doing that. Bye, don't be yourself. So what we're going to do is give you a nice bath and shower ready for the morning. Yeah? What? Hang on a minute, do they even have a bath in here or is it just a shower? Should we have a little look? Ooh, a little shower, okay. So we'll give you a shower. Oh, look, Sienna. Hi.
Hello there.
I'm squeaky clean and I'm now gonna have some cuddles with Mum and Buddy. Oh, cuddles.
How squeaky clean are you?
In the space station now, we came bearing gifts of agua.
Ah,
There you go.
Have you noticed we've got like
Oh, you had some mini bottles already.
Yeah, but look at the little fridge cabinet. Look what it is. It's one of like what you get on a plane.
Oh yeah.
Like it's, and look in the bathroom. Look in the bathroom. Your little mate in there.
Oh yeah. The giraffe. Hello there. How's it been going while we've been gone? then?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Cuddles. So today, guys, I am 31 weeks. Well, when you watch this video, I'll be 31 weeks.
Yeah.
So you know what time of day it is. So we're going to be filming our bump update this week one day earlier because tomorrow we're going to be travelling and we wanted to save that for the vlogging and plus it'll be a lot more easier to do it today. So guys, I am now 31 weeks. That is super amazing. So that means I've got perhaps 9 to 11 weeks until B is born.
When you pause, it's like, it's not that difficult, maths.
Well, no, it depends though, because she could be born before that, but it's very, very unlikely. Mia and Sienna were both overdue, and I'd been induced with Mia, and I nearly got induced with Sienna. So I have a feeling we're going to have 11 weeks. So we're going to have to wait an extra 2 weeks longer, guys. So today I went to see the midwife, and I had to see if it was okay for me to fly. So guys, what did the midwife say? Well, she basically gave me a form and she said it was all fine. So I've got this slip that I can take to the desk at the airport before we go onto the plane. The thing is, they won't always ask you. We've been flying, they've never asked me, because I feel like I look a lot further along than what I am, and they're normally fine with it, but it's just in case. The thing is,
we keep saying that, but every time they measure your bum,
I know,
with the tape measure, and then they're like, yep, exactly in the middle.
I know.
So
I think maybe some of you guys, when you see me on the videos, I look bigger than what I actually am. Maybe. Because we saw your nanny and she said, oh, you look a lot smaller. Yeah. So, and maybe some of you guys, some women do just carry smaller, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're even having a smaller baby. It's just like how the baby lays and stuff. Because at the moment, I feel like B is like almost sideways across, and oh, it feels so weird. Oh,
the weirdest thing happened the other day. Have you told the Fizz family?
Right, I'll tell you about this, guys. So yeah, I'll tell you about the midwife in a moment.
The weirdest thing ever happened.
Right, so we were in town, and I basically felt a really strange lump near my belly button, and it felt like it was like a knuckle or a fingertip or a toe poking out. It was so pronounced, like the way it stuck out and how you could feel it. It literally felt like it, and I was like, no way can that be like B's finger, knuckle or whatever, because you could just feel it so clearly.
She was trying to break out. She's literally.
It actually hurt when I was touching it and stroking it. It like felt really sore and bruised, and then it made me start to think, hang on, is that like a muscle poking out? Because sometimes you can get hernias where like little like bits of your muscle separate and bits poke out. It's so disgusting, guys. But then I was getting really worried and freaked out. I was like, oh, like I nearly started. You know, like when basically something makes you feel queasy and you want to pass out. That's what it was doing to me. But then later on, about an hour later, it smoothed down. It went away. So it's not like a hernia or muscle separation, and it must have been B, which was so weird. She must have got in a really weird position. I hope her fingers or her knuckles weren't bent in a funny way, because now she's growing rapidly, and that means there's less room for her in there, which I'm definitely feeling at the moment for myself, because when she does move from regular, it does feel quite like a weird, uncomfortable sensation. It's not painful, and it's quite like pleasant to know your baby's moving and to have that like feeling, but I'm feeling like, have you noticed I'm just really pregnant now? Like I am proper preggers. Like,
you got the symptoms. I mean, to be honest though, you've gone 30 weeks with barely even acting like you're pregnant. So.
I know, now I'm having to slow down and act a bit clumsy and a bit awkward. Obviously I had the fall as well, so I'm being more careful.
Even when I dropped you off today, when I was waiting at the traffic light, you got out, I did see.
Darren saw me having a little trip.
She got out of the car, immediately started walking. She took about 4 steps and then tripped. She didn't fall over, but she tripped and then like tried to...
I know.
No one saw.
Yeah, so I have to take it more easy now in terms of like slowing down when I walk. I can't power around. Now I'm now at the 2nd trimester. So the 1st trimester, you feel really sick and your hormones are really surging, you feel terrible. 2nd trimester, you usually feel really energetic, which I definitely did. Now the 3rd trimester is where you slow down and you feel heavy. Anyway, guys, so I went to see the midwife today, and it was like a usual checkup, plus it was to talk about getting the permission slip to fly. When I say permission slip, it's not really asking for permission to fly. It's just for the midwife. It's basically proof just to say, if anybody was to ask at the airport, it's safe for me to fly. Because what airlines don't like, they don't want you to travel too soon before your due date in case you give birth on the plane. Now, my due date is considered really far off, but because I feel like I look quite big, if they were to ask, then I've just got that proof. So the midwife has just said, it's safe. Georgie is fine and healthy to fly. So she took my blood today. She took my urine sample. Sorry, this is all gross. She took everything and checked my blood pressure. She checked the baby, listened to the heartbeat, and she said I'm really healthy. She knows I'm quite healthy and eat really well and stuff like that. I'm really active. I've got no health problems whatsoever. I've had no pregnancy complications. So flying is completely safe. I'm also 31 weeks, and the cutoff point is 36 weeks with all the airlines anyway. And then, so it's just during this time, it's just a little backup, because it would be really annoying if we paid for our flights, got to the airport, got really hyped up to go on holiday, guys, and they said, sorry, we don't need to fly because you look like you're about to pop. I feel like I'm about to pop in terms of how tight my stomach feels. Only a few of you say this, but like you get a little bit worried, is it safe to fly? Maybe you're not that used to flying, or you don't really understand like how pregnancy works, but basically I'm just gonna be sitting on a plane for like 9 to 10 hours with the seat reclined back, watching a film and feeling really relaxed and having naps, which is not something I actually normally get to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be luxurious.
We keep saying have a nap during the day, but
during the day,
always just end up doing something.
Yeah, it's always something to do. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I guess maybe like your circulation is a little bit more hindered when you're flying, so I always wear flight socks anyway, so I'm going to be wearing that and I could go for little walks, drink plenty of water. We're going to have to start, me and the kids are going to start setting some rules for Mummy Fizz. I know, now I'm in the third trimester. She has to start actually resting a little bit. Yeah. Because you're not necessarily always getting enough sleep because you wake up with cramps and things like that. Exactly. So you need to get some naps in the day, don't you? I know, so when we come back from our holiday... that's easier said than done. I know. It's difficult to nap feel like now I have these urges, so I need to like keep doing stuff and keep busy and like cleaning and things like that. Have you noticed that? Yeah. I just keep wanting to do that all the time. But I said when we get back, then we've got how many weeks? We've got about 9 weeks till B's like roughly going to be born. So that's literally like over 2 months, guys, to get ready for the baby and to start getting naps in and everything. So like, because I've had a baby twice now, so I really know like what to do and everything. Normally, like when you have your first baby, you get like super like panicky and you don't know what to expect and stuff. But this is just like really natural to me. I feel like even you feel like the flow. So when we get back, then I'm going to start like focusing more on the baby, but I don't want to do it too early because then you're going to get restless and impatient. So anyway, so everything's fine, guys. It's safe to fly. And the plane. It's safe to fly. No, I'm not flying the plane. That probably wouldn't be because I'm quite ditzy at the moment. And B is really healthy as well because the midwife heard her heartbeat today. But then also you can go and check out statistics. Yeah. Daddy Fizz has got his phone. Have you noticed we're both like sitting next to each other for this one? Yeah. It's quite nice. I'll show you guys how the camera is set up. It's balanced on there. Yeah. And then we've got our audience the other side. So guys, here's the updates from the app this week. So Barnaby Buckwheat is 31 weeks and she continues to produce the meconium that will make up her first few poops. Don't poo yourself, B! There you go, you've got some homework. You need to look up what meconium is. Barnaby Buckwheat may be able to recognise your voice, so sing away. So when you keep going, ooh buddy, ooh buddy. You're my best friend. Like that. Yeah. Maybe she can hear you. Your baby now weighs about 1.6 kilograms. So like 1 2/3 of a bag of sugar now. Wow. Yeah. She's getting heavy, mate. Or hang on, I better give that in another one. 3.5 pounds. Barnaby Buckwheat is probably going to gain about ½ a pound each week until the birthday as she grows. Her immune system keeps improving, getting closer and closer to being able to defend itself on the outside, and she keeps developing her muscles using all of the protein that you're getting during the 3rd trimester. Pretty soon, baby will need those muscles on the outside. Her neck is very flexible, which allows her to turn her head freely. So wait, do you think she can do like an owl? Right, she's also the size of a head of romaine lettuce. Oh wow! Pretty decent size, isn't it? It's big. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Then we've got our usual hand. The hand is getting massive. And the foot. Wow. Wow. And the romaine lettuce. Oh. There you go, that concludes 31 week bump update. Right then, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to go and see us over on Instagram for all the behind the scenes. Yeah. And also, if you're new, click subscribe. Join the Fizz fam. We'll see you tomorrow. Tommy!